want to welcome, of course, back to our show, the Democratic Club. I want to welcome Jeannie Lepowski and Alan Feldman. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Alan, it's been a minute since you've been on.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Really?
Welcome back.
Well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for to come back again.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're on the list. So you guys got an event coming up here. Your February meeting, rather, was on crime and homelessness, and Chief Dan Adams spoke. What was that like?
Well, it was quite interesting, and in fact, as people might have noticed, it generated some controversy even before he came on. But the fact is, we had an opportunity to have him come, and we were very happy to hear his point of view, because it's not. I mean, I don't know how often chiefs of police get to come to talk to clubs in the village. So we were happy to have him come, and he gave us a very interesting reflection of his experiences and his how he thinks about things. There were people among the Democrats who took issue with one particular point, and that was that he said, and I don't know how sincerely he believes this, but he said that some homeless people don't want to be helped. And that struck certain people as being just completely off. So what we've done with the program that we're showing this month, showing that meeting, is we have one of our members has recorded her own experience of being homeless, and I want to also suggest, I was hoping that I would have a link to the program that Concerned Citizens did last week, which was Louis Abramson, who spoke about homelessness in Southern California, and he's an expert, and you know.
Well, there are. I mean, I guess, you know, it's speaking on what Chief Adams said. You know, there are homeless people who just, maybe, I'm not saying they want to be homeless or they don't want help, but they resist help, right? And there's a resistance to that, so that you can certainly walk away with the impression that, well, these folks just aren't interested in the help that we have to give them.
Exactly, and that was the issue that our club member Kate made in her recording, is that you know, there are all kinds of things going on. It's much more complex than, you know, we don't want help. But we wanted to make sure that people have access to all the information. We don't expect anybody to be expert in everything. So, you know, we were very happy to have Chief Adams.
No, it's terrific, yeah. And you have another one coming up, maybe not as controversial as but Dean John Gould from UCI School of Social Ecology.
Yes, indeed. We hope it's not as controversial. Our next regular monthly meeting, which is a week from yesterday, Tuesday, the 18th of March. Same channel, same place, Clubhouse 7, 2 p.m. Pardon me, Clubhouse 2 at 7 p.m.
Oh, my goodness.
That's better. And our guest speaker is going to be John Gould. John Gould is the Dean of the University of California Irvine School of Social Ecology. And they do a poll. People hear a poll and they think it's strictly political, who's in first, who's in second. But this is an all-inclusive poll of what's going on, what people feel is going on in Orange County, people's feelings about politics is certainly part of it, but education, the environment, law enforcement, it's all inclusive, what are bothering the people of Orange County. And his presentation to us Democrats is entitled Orange is the New Purple, which we're a political club, and this is the political, what he's talking about. It's really, Orange County has this historical reputation of being a bastion of staunch Republicanism.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Reagan announced his presidency, his second run for here, and I mean, it's a place where Republicans from all over the world have come to speak.
Not anymore. It's changed. I mean, actually, in demographics and voting patterns have changed, and in sheer numbers, Democrats have, I think it's a 2.1% advantage over Republicans in registration. But
and I think the big turnaround happened when Bob Dornan lost to Loretta Sanchez. That was a big surprise. And that when people started to take note that maybe
that's right.
It isn't as staunch a red county as we thought it was.
B1 Bob flew away.
B1 Bob.
So really, it should be interesting, kind of like the realities of Orange County today, as opposed to the assumptions people make about Orange County based on its based on its history. But of course, the focus for us will be on the politics, especially since we have a 2.1 advantage.
And you have also a movie we want to talk about. LWDC will be showing Bad Faith.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you guys are showing this?
Yeah, Bad Faith is a documentary about the origins of Christian nationalism. And the starting point, I believe, I haven't seen it yet, but I believe, as I understand it, the starting point is the question of why were there so many Christian symbols, crosses and crucifixes and Christian flags during the January 6th riot where the Capitol was invaded and trashed. So how did that happen? And this is a question I think a lot of people puzzle
I think
over.
Christian nationalism has been around since the birth of the nation. Really, there's there's parts of that it's been in and out of our culture for a long time.
Right,
most
exactly.
certainly.
That's exactly right. It's not a new phenomenon. It's just become much more prominent, and of course there are all kinds of reasons for that, including technology. That spreads ideas much faster than they ever used to spread back in the 18th century. So. There is that.
Absolutely. So when's that going to be up?
And that's going to be on Monday, March 31st.
Okay.
The doors will open at 2:30. It's going to be in Clubhouse 5.
Clubhouse 5. All right. Well, candidates are already announcing.
It is,
Katie Porter announced yesterday
she's
for governor.
running for governor, but right here in Orange County, there are
Right.
6 congressional districts, either all or in part in Orange County. 5 of them are controlled by Democrats. One, the 40th district, which Laguna Woods is in, is controlled by a Republican. And the fog is lifted, organizing and mobilizing have started to go on, and there are already 3 Democrats who have declared that they're going to run for this office. We're over a year ahead from the primary. One is Joe Kerr, maybe a familiar name. He is retired firefighter captain. He went through the primaries in 2024. Actually, was in the general election as the Democratic candidate. He said he is running again. 2 other people are running also. Christina Gagné, I believe her name is. I know I'm butchering her name. I apologize. She's not watching, but I am apologizing. She is an environmental attorney and a former elected member of the Chino Valley Board of Education. She is declared to run. And also Esther Kim Verrett, who I believe is a newcomer to electoral politics anyway. She is I don't think she's run for office before, but she has declared that she's running too. And what we try to do, which we are doing, is try to bring all of these candidates to Laguna Woods.
Yeah,
and
you're speaking in the upcoming forum.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Christine Gagné is scheduled to be there at our meeting in March on next Tuesday. And Esther Kim Verrett is scheduled to be there at our meeting in May. I'm sure what the date is.
Okay.
And we're working with Joe Kerr to get him there in May. Esther Kim Verrett will be in April. I got my days confused.
We'll have you back. We'll talk about it. We'll have a flyer. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, confused my day.
From the Democratic Club, Alan and Jeannie, thanks so much for coming in. Lots going on, as always, with you guys. Stay inactive. Thanks.
Thank you.
We've got our movie preview coming up. Stay with us.